Philippines earthquake rises at 60 to 69.
And now the details. President Bola Tinubu today said that with the economic reforms embarked upon by his administration, the worst is now over. President Tinubu gave the assurance in a nationwide broadcast on the occasion of Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary. He added that his administration is setting things right, noting that the country has finally turned the corner. He saluted Nigerians for their endurance, support and understanding, noting that yesterday's pain is now giving way to relief. The president further assured that the economy is recovering fast, while the reforms started over 2 years ago are delivering tangible results. Mr. President speaks further.
Together, we are laying a new foundation cast in concrete, not on quicksand. The accurate measure of our success will not be limited to economic statistics alone, but rather in the food on our family tables, the quality of education our children receive, the electricity in our homes, and the security in our communities. Today, the governors at the state level and the local government's autonomy are yielding more development right in our face. Therefore, on this 65th anniversary of our independence, my message is hope and a call to action. The federal government will continue to do its part to fix the plumbing in our economy. In this regard, I urge the subnational entities to join us in nation building. Let us be a nation of producers, not just consumers. That's our produce. Let us patronize made in Nigeria. I say Nigeria first. All the goods, let us pay our taxes as well. Happy 65th independence anniversary. And may God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
As at the 65th, Nigeria's story is incomplete without a mention of its struggle against insecurity. The civil war, insurgency, communal clashes, banditry and kidnappings have marred the nation's journey, leaving deep scars. As efforts at solving the challenge continue, Adeola Oladele examines the successes thus far and the challenges ahead.
Looking back, Nigeria's security history has been marked by pockets of conflict and fragile peace across the geopolitical zones. In the immediate post-independence years, political rivalries and regional tensions sparked violence and culminated in the Nigerian Civil War fought between 1967 and 1970. The aftermath of the war left deep scars that have not fully healed till date. The years of military rule came with a tight grip on national security, but then, at the cost of human rights, as repeated coups exposed the fragility of Nigeria's political system. When democracy was fully restored in 1999, hopes for peace and development ran high. However, new challenges emerged, such as the rise of militancy in the Niger Delta, ethno-religious clashes in the Middle Belt, and by the late 2000s, the emergence of Boko Haram in the northeast. In recent times, insecurity has expanded beyond insurgency to widespread banditry, farmer-herder clashes, separatist agitations, and the epidemic of kidnapping for ransom. This year, incidents such as the deadly attacks in states like Plateau and Benue remind Nigerians of the heavy toll insecurity continues to take. Yet, security experts argue that, compared to the peak of Boko Haram insurgency and widespread banditry about 10 years ago, the country has recorded gradual improvements in security in more recent years. A security analyst, Barrister Fatai Akinsomi, noted that the security environment, though still fragile, has improved compared to a decade ago. He suggested that adopting state policing would help strengthen community policing, bringing law enforcement closer to the people and enhancing rapid response to local threats.
Government should make sure that there is a dissemination of meaningful intelligence report, and it must be timely, so that not that after things happens they will not say this is the no. Let them get enough intelligence that will help them to predict what is going to happen next, so that the various security agencies will be able to nip such things in the bud.
Similarly, retired group captain Oluyole agreed that while insecurity remains a major challenge, there has been steady progress, particularly in curbing the menace of herdsman attacks. He emphasized that consolidating these gains requires sustained government investment in intelligence gathering, equipment, and the welfare of security personnel.
If we have to observe what happened in the past government, you agree with me that all of a sudden we just saw herdsmen with rifles and everything. They have been killing people and they have been killing people, and none of them has been arrested and tried. But nowadays, we have not had killer herdsmen raiding as much as before. The bandits, well, some say they are negotiating presently. If you have to negotiate, you must negotiate from position of strength. The past negotiation, how has it, what fruit has it yielded? You understand? But what I would say, gradually is improving. But personally, I will not advise people to travel the way we always traveled before.
As the nation marks 65 years of independence, security experts remind us that the real test of freedom is not just in raising the flag or celebrating milestones, but in ensuring the safety of every citizen. Adeola Oladili, BCOS News.
The National Orientation Agency, NOA, has urged Nigerians to move beyond ceremonial celebrations of Nigeria's independence and embrace a renewed sense of responsibility, patriotism, and value-driven citizenship. The agency noted that this would reflect the ideals upon which the country was founded. Director General of NOA, Malam Lanre Saunilu, in his Independence Day goodwill message, called on Nigerians to reflect deeply and draw strength from the nation's diversity, resilience, and shared aspirations. He stressed that Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary presents Nigerians with another opportunity to rededicate themselves to the core national values of discipline, integrity, self-reliance, and social justice.
Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has stressed the need for Nigerians to unite for the growth and progress of the country, irrespective of their religious differences and ethnic nationalities. He stated this today at the 65th anniversary celebration of Nigeria's independence held at Lake Salami Sports Complex, Adamasingba, Ibadan. Speaking on the theme, Unity and Rebuilding, Governor Makinde, who was represented by the Deputy Governor Bayo Lawal, said Nigerians must be united and keep hope alive in order to achieve the best for the country. According to a statement released by his special advisor on media, Sulaiman Olaniwaju, the governor urged all Nigerians to suppress tendencies that divide the nation and focus on things that lift it up. Governor Makinde noted that the country must take a cue from India and China, which economies are thriving despite their population and their differences. The event had in attendance the Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mohammed Fadeyi, Head of Service, Olubumi Oni, top government functionaries, and other dignitaries.
The federal government has today said that the industrial disputes between the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, Pengasan, and the management of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has been resolved. This was contained in a communique signed by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Mohammed Dinyadi. He said that unionization is a right of workers backed by Nigerian laws that should be respected. On the over 800 Nigerian workers reportedly sacked by the private refinery, he stated that no worker would be victimized following their role in the disagreement between the Dangote refinery and Pengasan. The minister also stated that the Dangote Group shall immediately start the process of moving the disengaged workers to other companies within the Dangote Group with no loss of pay. He further disclosed that Pengasan agreed to start the process of calling off the ongoing strike.
This broadcast of Newscope comes to you from the Broadcasting Corporation of your states, Ibadan. Governor Seyi Makinde has again pledged his administration's commitment to serving the people and the welfare of workers. The governor gave the reassurance today in Ogbomoso, where he met with the professional bodies at the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology Lautech Teaching Hospital over their ongoing industrial action. Governor Makinde later visited the Shomu of Ogbomoso land and assured the monarch that the reconstruction of inner roads in the town will soon commence. Details are presented by Governor's Office correspondent Oluyole Sulaiman.
The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, on Tuesday, visited the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology Lautech Teaching Hospital, Ogbomoso, where he engaged with various unions over the ongoing industrial action. After listening to the demands of representatives of different bodies at the teaching hospital, Governor Makinde announced immediate measures aimed at addressing the situation, including the plan to immediately constitute a governing council for the hospital, approval of a monthly stipend of 80,000 naira for 65 non-staff security personnel working at the hospital, while instructing that they should be integrated into hospital system as ad hoc staff. The governor also announced an increase in the monthly subvention of the hospital by 35 million naira to ease operational challenges.
We will give the new governing council, we will give them a list of things they must accomplish within a certain period of time. And for us, we will support them. You should also support them. For all of you, Lautech Teaching Hospital Annex Oyo will be done and dusted before.
Other measures announced by the governor included the approval of the payment of accumulated promotion arrears totaling 219 million naira, which is to be disbursed in 3 equal installments in October, November, and December 2025, and a promise to offset the arrears of new minimum wage covering period from January to August 2025 in 3 tranches, also payable from October to December 2025. Earlier, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Oluyole, said Governor Makinde's desire to ensure that all residents stay healthy was behind his decision to visit Lautech Teaching Hospital to address the challenges facing the institution. She noted that the governor, in line with his focus on healthcare delivery, will leave no stone unturned towards addressing the agitation of the workers and students of the hospital.
We have a listening governor, and just as the Oyo State Anthem say, "Kasho Toto Todara Nigba Gbogbo Nibi Gbogbo Fun Ipinle Oyo," this is our father. He's going to do nkan toto, nkan todara for this teaching hospital.
In his speech, the acting chief medical director of the hospital, Professor Oluyole, expressed gratitude to the governor for his visit and for increasing subvention to the hospital, describing him as a listening governor and an embodiment of kindness, compassion, and love for the institution. In their separate remarks, representatives of professional bodies, and students such as the Joint Healthcare Sector Union, JESU. Nursing and medical students appreciated Governor Makinde's effort over the institution. The governor later paid a courtesy visit to the Shoun of Ogbomoso, Gandhi Afolabi Oluyole, in his palace, where he assured the monarch and his people of his administration's readiness to commence the construction of inner roads in the town.
I'll just use the opportunity again, Kabesi, to wish you a long, peaceful reign. Development, not only to Ogbomoso land, but to Oyo State and to Nigeria in general.
Earlier, the Shoun of Ogbomoso, Gandhi Afolabi, lauded the governor for his administrative style, saying he has done so many things to move the state forward and has made governance look easy.
When we look at your reign, we found that you being the governor, we found out that it has so many landmarks that the question is which landmark are we going to talk about, because there are so many landmarks that has happened during your tenure, and we believe that many more will still happen during your tenure, and that the people in the land are happy with you, which is very obvious in the town.
Oluyole appreciated the governor on the planned commencement of the rehabilitation of Ogbomoso inner roads, his intervention in the Lautech Teaching Hospital crisis, and for confirming him as the Shoun of Ogbomoso. Olalekan Sulaiman, BCS News.
Governor Seyi Makinde has felicitated former Oyo State First Lady, Chief Mrs. Mutiat Ladoja, on her 70th birthday anniversary. This was contained in a congratulatory message signed by his special advisor on media, Dr. Sulaiman Olanrewaju. The governor described Chief Mrs. Mutiat Ladoja as a major supporter and great mother. He described the celebrant as an exemplary woman, a pride to motherhood, and a role model for female politicians. Governor Makinde prayed God to grant the former Oyo State First Lady good health and the strength to make further positive impact on society.
Meanwhile, Governor Seyi Makinde has commensurated with the chairman of Arise Television, Prince Nduka Obagbina, and the management and staff of the company on the demise of one of its on-air anchors, Somtochukwu Maduegwe. The late Somtochukwu died during a robbery incident at Abuja residence. The governor also commensurated with the relations of the deceased. Governor Makinde, in a statement, urged colleagues and relatives of the departed to take heart, praying that God should grant them the fortitude to bear the loss. Governor Makinde described the late Somtochukwu as a thoroughbred professional who brought her best to the TV screen each time she was on air.
Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) says it has resumed passenger train services on the Abuja-Kaduna corridor. The corporation today said that all necessary checks had been concluded on the train. The NRC says the resumption underscores its commitment to ensuring smooth, reliable and secure train services for the traveling public. It noted that Wednesdays has been scheduled as maintenance for the Abuja-Kaduna train service. The NRC appreciated the patience and understanding of all Nigerians, especially train passengers during the period of the suspension, and reaffirms its commitment to providing safe, reliable, affordable, efficient, secure, and more customer-friendly train transportation alternatives across the country. The development followed the train's derailment on August 26, the second to occur at the same station within 13 months.
And on the foreign scene, at least 69 people have been confirmed dead and dozens injured after a powerful earthquake struck the central Philippines late last night, devastating parts of Cebu province. Foreign Desk Editor Folashade Akintola has details of this and other stories as presented by Bimbo Akombi.
Local authorities declared a state of calamity early Wednesday as thousands of residents spent the night on the streets amid repeated aftershocks, widespread power outages and disrupted water supplies. Witnesses described scenes of trauma, with children crying and families displaced in the dark. The town of Bogo, located near the earthquake's epicenter in the Visayas region, suffered the heaviest casualties. Officials warned of extensive damage to infrastructure, including collapsed buildings, buckled roads, and fallen bridges, which are hampering rescue and relief efforts. Authorities have appealed for volunteer doctors, nurses, and emergency workers to join the response. The National Police and Fire Bureau said search and rescue remained the top priority, alongside efforts to restore electricity and distribute relief materials. At least 9 people, including a child, have died after torrential rains triggered severe flooding in the southern Ukrainian city of Odessa, authorities confirmed on Wednesday. Ukraine's State Emergency Service said 362 people have been rescued so far, including a young girl who was found early Wednesday after going missing during the storm. Rescue workers have been evacuating residents trapped in flooded buildings, pulling vehicles from submerged streets, and pumping water from public areas. Images shared online showed passengers being helped off a flooded bus and cars stranded in rising waters. Odessa Mayor Gennady Trukhanov said nearly 2 months' worth of rain fell within 7 hours, overwhelming the city's drainage system. Bimbo Akombi, BCUS News.
To end this edition of Newscope, here again are the main points. President Bola Tinubu today said that with the economic reforms embarked upon by his administration, the worst is now over.
The federal government has today said that the industrial dispute between the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, Pengasan, and the management of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has been reserved.
Governor Seyi Makinde has met with professional bodies at the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology Lautech Teaching Hospital, Ogbomoso, over their ongoing industrial action.
And on the foreign scene, at least 69 people have been confirmed dead and dozens injured after a powerful earthquake struck the central Philippines late last night, devastating parts of Cebu province.
That's all from Newscope Desk for now. It was packaged by Mary Adedapo and delivered by
Afolakemi Akombi. Good evening.
And I am Oluyole. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune in for the Yoruba version at 8 p.m. Good evening.